It looks like Crazy tried to protect his diamonds again, but he forgot to hide them. Well, I will make quick work of that. Perfect. Hey guys, welcome back to Time Travel Studios. Today we are going to be making a very simple yet effective slime block TNT cannon. And I'm going to explain the advantages and disadvantages right after I build it. So then I can tell you that it's completely entirely helpful. Heh. Okay, the materials that you're going to need for this are as follows. 2 sticky pistons, some redstone, 2 repeaters, 1 button, like 20 or so blocks of your choice, 2 slime blocks, 1 through 3 dispensers, and some TNT. This cannon is actually very easy to build, except for the slime blocks. But other than that, it isn't that much of a challenge. So you just want to make a nice flat space for it. I'm going to go do that right now. Then you're going to want to start off with a sticky piston going straight up. Then put a slime block right on top of it. Then put a repeater going into that, set at 3 ticks. Then make a little redstone trail out of it, and we'll get right back to that. Then put 1, 2, or 3 blocks of your choice around it, like this, or this. Then you want to place your dispensers on top. And you can add, well, as many as you want to. Actually, it's more like just 1 through 3. You can even do 5, actually. But I'm just going to do 3. If you're low on TNT, which is probably the reason you would build this cannon, I just go with 1. Then you want to connect all of your dispensers via redstone. Then destroy all of these blocks so it doesn't mess up with your piston and destroy your cannon. Now you want to finish this trail going all the way up, connect it to this. Then connect it with redstone. Then put a slime block right on top of this piece of redstone, like that. Then put a sticky piston right behind it, facing that way, the direction you'll want to shoot your TNT. Then build a little trail of redstone to it, except for this missing space right here. Want to put a redstone repeater and set it to 4 ticks. And then we should be done after we add the final piece button right there. Then fill all of your dispensers up with TNT. And you're ready to go. I've set up a little range thing for us to see how far it actually shoots, and each one of these little yellow markers represents 10 blocks or 10 meters. So this thing can go up to about 31 meters, which is about 100 feet, but is effective at like 35 meters. Like 110 feet. Wait, 117 feet actually. I'm not really good with converting on the top of my head. And it all depends how much TNT you decide to add. Okay, now that you've seen it, let's just move right along to pros and cons. The positive side about this is a whole lot easier to set up than pretty much any other cannon out there. And if you're doing some sort of castle raid, it'd be helpful to build it as quickly as possible. And it does not require a whole lot of materials or inventory space or TNT. It will only require, at minimum, 1 piece of TNT per shot. But a cannon of similar range would probably need like 4 pieces of TNT, or 3. And also it has a very quick firing rate. Let me show you. It can fire pretty quickly, because as soon as these pistons go back, you can activate it again, instead of having to wait for all of the TNT to explode, and then having to reactivate it. Now let's go to the negative side. One of the biggest negatives for this is how short the firing range is. A normal cannon could probably fire twice this far. Another downside to this creation is the fact that it needs 2 slime blocks. Slime blocks are pretty easy to acquire if you live near a swamp biome, but swamp biomes aren't that easy to come by, at least in the worlds I download. Maybe all my worlds are just cursed to never have swamp biomes. But anyways, these slime blocks make this very easy to build turn into a fairly hard one. Final downside to this is that because it's actually quite wide and tall, any blast near it will easily damage the circuitry, and then you'll probably need to build the entire thing all over again. But since it's pretty easy to build, that won't be that much of a problem. Well, that's pretty much it for the pros and cons and how to build it. Now let's just see their destructive power. Okay, let's go test out our cannon on a creeper resistant hut or house or whatever this would be. If you haven't heard about creeper resistant houses yet, you should go check out my video where I talked about the best tips for keeping mobs out of your house. If you hate creepers blowing up your stuff, go check out that video. After this video, of course. Link will be in the description below. But anyways, let's just see how it holds up against our little creation. Right on the roof. It blew up everything, destroyed everything inside, and also hurt the inhabitants of this residence. And now they're all running away for their lives. I had this place completely furnished with beds, furnaces, and crafting tables, and now it's just completely teared open. This thing can go through like 3 layers of stone at once. Now let's finish it off. Rapid fire mode. Let's go test it out on some mobs. Okay, I'm gonna set down some creepers, and I'm gonna head back to the cannon and activate it. And every single one of them died, except that one. That one was lucky. Let's test it out on some of the strongest mobs in the overworld that aren't boss mobs. And it kills them instantly in a direct shot. So this thing can deal probably more than 40 damage in a direct hit, and can do quite a bit of damage through an indirect hit, and can even hurt things through solid stone. And the good thing about this is, instead of having like a normal cannon that would be able to shoot this amount of TNT would require about 4 or 3 extra pieces, so this basically cuts the amount of TNT you actually need to use in half. It's basically like taking a rocket, taking out all the fuel, and just throwing it with a slingshot with actual accuracy. That's basically what this thing is. And that's gonna pretty much conclude our video. I hope to see you all again sometime soon, and also I hope you use this on your friend's castle or fortress or something, then laugh maniacally. Hopefully better than my laugh. And yeah. Goodbye. I hope you have a great rest of your day or evening. Or night, if you're a person who likes to stay up at night. Now this outro is getting too long.
Created using Powtoon.